If you've ever searched for weight loss supplements online, chances are you've come across SlimFast Meal Replacement Powder. It's been around for decades, and it promises a quick, convenient way to shed pounds. Just replace 2 meals a day with a shake, eat a sensible third meal, and watch the weight melt off. Sounds easy, right? But let's take a closer, honest look at how well SlimFast really works, who it might help, and who should be cautious before adding it to their routine. First, let's start with what SlimFast is. This meal replacement powder is designed to be mixed with milk to create a shake that's meant to keep you full and reduce your daily calorie intake. The SlimFast meal replacement powder comes in several flavors like vanilla and chocolate royale, and the idea is that by swapping out meals with a low-calorie shake, you'll be in a caloric deficit and therefore lose weight. Now, in theory, this makes sense. Weight loss happens when you burn more calories than you consume. But in reality, relying on meal replacement powders like SlimFast for long-term weight loss has some serious downsides. Let's start with the formulation. The original SlimFast powder contains around 10 grams of protein, 1 to 5 grams of fiber depending on the version, and added vitamins and minerals. But here's the problem. 10 grams of protein is quite low for a meal. Most nutrition experts recommend at least 20-30 grams of protein per meal to support satiety, preserve muscle mass during weight loss, and regulate appetite hormones. Because SlimFast is underdosed in protein and fiber, many people report feeling hungry shortly after drinking a shake, and that can lead to snacking, cravings, and, ironically, overeating. This is one of the biggest reasons why SlimFast often doesn't deliver sustainable results. If your body doesn't feel nourished, it will find a way to get what it needs, and that usually means reaching for extra calories later in the day. Another concern is the ingredient quality. A look at the label reveals added sugars, artificial flavors, and a heavy reliance on processed ingredients. The powder itself is mostly a blend of milk protein concentrate, corn syrup solids, and synthetic vitamins. This isn't what your body would consider real food. And while it might help reduce calories temporarily, it does very little to teach you healthy, long-term eating habits. There's also the issue of digestive side effects. Some users report bloating, gas, or an upset stomach, especially when they first start using the product. This can happen due to additives like inulin or sugar alcohols, or from the sudden shift to a more liquid-based diet. While not dangerous for most people, it's uncomfortable enough to make many stop using it after a week or two. And let's not ignore the marketing angle. SlimFast advertisements often show dramatic before and after transformations or suggest you can lose weight effortlessly by following their plan. But what they don't highlight is that much of the initial weight loss is water weight or muscle, not necessarily fat. Nor do they explain how hard it is to stick to the plan over the long term. Replacing real food with shakes can feel restrictive, unsatisfying, and isolating, especially when you're out with friends or trying to enjoy a family dinner. So where does that leave us? The SlimFast meal replacement powder may work short-term for people who are extremely calorie conscious and don't mind drinking their meals. But it's not a reliable, healthy, or satisfying way to lose weight in the long run. You're more likely to see the weight return once you go back to regular eating, especially if you haven't built better habits or improved your overall nutrition. That's why many people are now turning to food-based programs that actually support long-term fat loss and energy, like the Smoothie diet. Unlike SlimFast, the Smoothie diet is based on whole, nutrient-rich ingredients. It's not a supplement. It's a structured, flexible eating plan that uses real food to keep you full, energized, and satisfied. The smoothies are designed to replace just one meal a day, not your whole diet, and they're packed with enough fiber, protein, and healthy fats to actually reduce cravings and boost metabolism naturally. If you've ever felt like diet shakes leave you drained or hungry, this is a smarter, more sustainable approach. You still get the convenience of a quick, nutritious meal, but without all the processed stuff and sugar crashes. Click the link in the description if you want to check out the Smoothie diet and see how it compares to powdered meal replacements like SlimFast. Another big advantage of food-based plans like this is that they help retrain your taste buds and rebuild your nutrition from the ground up. You're not just cutting calories. You're learning how to nourish your body in a way that feels satisfying and energizing. That's something SlimFast simply doesn't teach. And let's not forget that weight loss is about more than just numbers on a scale. It's about how you feel every day, your focus, your mood, your digestion, and your relationship with food. Programs like the Smoothie diet focus on all of these things rather than just telling you to drink 2 shakes and eat 1 meal. To wrap up, the SlimFast Meal Replacement Powder might be convenient, but it comes with several trade-offs: low satiety, processed ingredients, and a poor long-term success rate. If you're serious about getting healthier and losing weight in a sustainable way, it's worth investing in real food solutions that support your body, your habits, and your goals. So if you're tired of short-term fixes and want something that actually helps you feel better while you lose weight, click the link in the description to explore the Smoothie diet. It's a practical food-based strategy that supports energy, appetite control, and long-term results. No sketchy powders required. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you've tried SlimFast or switched to a food-based approach. I'd love to hear your experience. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it helpful. See you in the next one.